Hello everyone, and welcome to Dutch Greybeard. My name is Ed, and I am a reader and a writer by profession. My home ground is the Netherlands, as you may hear from the rain on the roof over here. Since I started this channel back in April of 2023, I made 2 introduction videos. This is number 3, and there is a good reason as to why I am making yet another one. From the beginning, this channel has been all about my shift as a reader from literary fiction and non-fiction to fantasy. My videos reported on this journey into fantasy, as I called it. After having done that for about 2 years, a major shift in my personal life took place. For reasons that I explain in another video, I sold my house to live in this modest motorhome. Nothing luxurious, but efficient and sufficient. Going forward, I will share my experiences on the next 3 topics on this channel. My ongoing reading journey into fantasy. After having read some fantasy in my earlier years, I abandoned that genre and focused on reading literary fiction and non-fiction. Between the start of my adolescent reading years, somewhere from 1980 until my shift to fantasy in January of 2023, I have read roughly some 3,000 books in the realm of literature. The Amazon Prime show of The Wheel of Time was my wake-up call to go back to fantasy as a reader. Occasionally, I will talk about books outside of this genre. In any case, bookish content will remain the first topic on Dutch Greybeard. My life as a full-time nomad. In a separate video, I explained the background of why I sold my apartment to live in a motorhome, so I won't go into that here. I turned over the key of my house to the new owner on August 29 of 2025. After a couple of months of transitioning, where I stayed at my girlfriend's house and where we went on a holiday to Norway, I truly started living in liberty, as my motorhome is aptly called, at the end of October. The rest of 2025 I intend to stay in the Netherlands, despite the rainy weather over here. But from the beginning of 2025 I plan on exploring Europe. Who knows where the road will take me, although chances are I will be heading south, in search of warmer weather. Every now and then I will report on my adventures with liberty. My work as a writer. For the past 30 years I've been a professional writer, first as an employee of several bureaus, and in 2008 I started my own business. I wrote mainly about IT-related subjects, doing many interviews with IT managers and such. But my true heart's desire, though, is to write novels. In between all the business writing, I managed to finish 2 novels that I thought were worth publishing. My first one, The Forgotten Muse, was published in 2013, and The Bridge to Nowhere appeared in 2022. The Forgotten Muse is a story about an old writer, Hank Glory. When listening to the Fifth Symphony of Shostakovich, his memory suddenly transports him to a love affair in his earlier years that he had almost forgotten. He decides to write one last novel about this flirt with Evita, as she is called, which lasted only 10 days. In retrospect, Hank understands that she had been his muse, the one who essentially inspired him to become a writer. When his wife dies at an early age of breast cancer, Nos van Steen's old and familiar life has disappeared. He is a successful entrepreneur leading a large company in communications. When he realizes that his life is at a dead end, he impulsively decides to go to Scotland. While visiting one of the most ancient stone circles on Orkney, he meets with Reuben, a self-made shaman. Nos follows Reuben to the island of Lewis Harris, where he visits the Callanish stones. A meeting that will change his cul-de-sac into a wide open road into the future again. Both novels, which were only available in Dutch, did very poorly commercially. And although I would have liked to be world famous by now, with more than 2 bestsellers to my name, I am content with reality. I've never stopped writing fiction, and now that my own road ahead has been cleared of obligatory writing projects, I can finally work on a book project that has been on my mind for a long time. Once I have anything of interest to report on this writing project, I will include that on this channel. At this point, I estimate it won't take up too much space on this channel, unless of course the writing goes expeditiously, of course. This will be, in their order of importance, what you can find on Dutch Greybeard. Thank you very much for watching this video. Until we meet again at Dutch Greybeard.